next up, we're gonna have Yitzu versus Aithkryx. I'm not sure how to pronounce this tag, actually. Both of these players are Stone Gang, which is gonna be interesting. I already see Stone Gang in the chat, so you know, it's happening. It's happening, everybody. But I'm not sure who Yitzu plays, actually. I do know Yitzu streams, but and I know Aithkryx plays Fox. So
right.
that
So
I do know.
Yitzu plays Sephiroth. According to the character sheet, and I mean, you made the character sheet, so that has to be.
YYZ did, but yes.
That's basically you, and that says he plays Sephiroth. So I'm down to see some Sephiroth. Let's see if these Stone boys have anything to show to us that we don't know yet.
Yeah, gonna be interesting. I've played a little bit with Aithkryx, and I actually think his Fox is pretty decent. He knows what to do most of the time. I think he kind of struggles with killing in a safe way sometimes. Sometimes he just, you know, opts to go for the up smash when it's kind of a hard read and not really either a guaranteed thing or a landing catch. But overall, I think his Fox is pretty solid. I haven't seen Yitzu play, so I cannot comment on that right now, but I'm hoping to see some interesting play right now.
It's Sephiroth, right? So one big thing about Sephiroth is that he's new, so there might be some tricks that Aithkryx hasn't seen yet before, or he might not have a lot of matchup experience. On the other hand, Fox is also a character you don't see that often.
Yeah.
And let's do some theory crafting here, right? Because I'm not sure if you've ever played Sephiroth versus Fox, but we can think about the matchup.
Oh yeah, I can definitely think about it, because I have played Fox a whole lot, especially the previous game, but a lot of those fundamentals carry to this Fox. And I think that looking at Sephiroth, you know, his out of shield game isn't the best, which would allow Fox to really pressure him hard. At the same time, though, once Fox has to use that up B, is going to be a free down air for Sephiroth. There is no escaping that. So it might be very, very swingy, but I do think that Fox could potentially, you know, have a little bit of the upper hand here, given that his advantage state is just crazy, and combine that with a big body and a light character and not a great out of shield, might be rough for Sephiroth, but we'll see.
Okay, so I want to ask you a question, Shuc, because one of your friends, my friend Ramses, told me about how to approach matchup in terms of ranges. So you have the long range, you have the mid range, and you have the short range. You need to find out how to transition between those ranges. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get you.
Okay, so judging by the size of his sword, like Sephiroth wants to play on that mid range, and Fox wants to play on that short range. So let's say the characters are just kind of dancing around on that mid-range. How does Fox get into that short range? What kind of options should we expect from the Fox player right here?
Right, so playing Fox is basically playing burst range of the game. So for those of you who don't know, a burst range is basically where it's kind of, you can envision it as a threat bubble. So the character is in the middle, and the fastest moves the character can use from that position they're in is their threat bubble. So for Fox, that is the dash attack, the short hop nair, the up air, for example, and back air. So those are his fastest moves on the closest that are, you know, he can use in that range. So if you are Sephiroth, or any character against Fox for that matter, you want to play just outside of that range, right? Because then you can whiff punish him if he overextends. So what Foxes tend to do, and good Foxes tend to do, is that they run through the opponent once they notice that they tend to play around their burst range. Because if you are here, and your opponent is here, and your burst range is until here, and your opponent just dances in and out of the burst range to try and get you to whiff, you're gonna overshoot to hit him here, because he's gonna jump back, right? So that's basically how Foxes play against characters, and how you're supposed to play against Fox. So in that sense, it's going to be Sephiroth trying to dance in that mid-range out of the threat bubble. At least theoretically. Let's see how it'll play out, but I feel like that's how the matchup is supposed to be played.
Alright, so our fear crafting wasn't for nothing. We have indeed the Fox versus Sephiroth matchup right here. Thank you, Shuc Esports, for the very clear and concise explanation. We know what to look out for. Let's see what Aithkryx and Yitzu have to say about that. Immediately the grab right out the gate. And Shuc, I believe you have some score. Oh, wait, you're already on it.
Yeah, I was on it. Don't worry, I saw it. So Aithkryx finding the openings already. And Yitzu having a little bit of trouble keeping him out. There we saw just the whiff punish on the forward tilt, and that's definitely what Yitzu needs to be careful of. You don't want to overextend against Fox in the mid-range, because that is where he will find his free openings. There we go once again. Yitzu being a little bit too trigger-happy with the down tilt, trigger-happy with the up B. Gonna be some punishes from Aithkryx.
Yeah. And already we see a lot of forward tilts being thrown around. There's that neutral B. You can't really reflect that. It looks like.
So the thing is, you can reflect once it's if it's traveling, but once it explodes, you cannot reflect it. It's kind of weird, but in that sense, you really need to know, the range that it'll fly, because otherwise you're just gonna get blown up, like we saw there. So yeah, rule of thumb: while it's traveling, you can reflect it. Afterwards, you're gonna get hit.
Difficult, very difficult, because Aithkryx doesn't really seem to know his range exactly. Does read the roll right there. Very patient play by him, and decides to just not interact with it. I think that's the right choice.
Yeah, it's the right choice if you're not sure, but dear lord, this started out with Aithkryx finding the right openings, and it doesn't matter if you're gonna get blown up at 70%. It's just been Yitzu finding those early stocks and Aithkryx trying to cope. Gets a back air, but it's rough.
It is rough indeed. Yitzu is finding those big hits, and it's kind of like playing against the heavy sometimes, playing against Sephiroth, because Sephiroth has those big hitboxes.
There we go.
Oh, and there's the great reflect, just like you were talking about.
Down smash? No, not enough time to punish that with that spacing. But yeah, so we see Yitzu being a little bit forward smash happy there, and I can get it, because he was, retreating F smash to stay out of the Fox's range for the most part. But if Aithkryx would have reacted to that immediately, he could have just avoided that altogether. Down air, not gonna convert into anything. And another thing that characters with a reflect can abuse against Sephiroth, which I haven't seen him do just yet, is that once you're hit with the side B, you can reflect the orbs once they're homing in on you.
Yeah.
Okay? Aithkryx is gonna even it up though. So
he does even it up. So if we see kind of a similar stock 1 situation. Oh, never mind. We're not going to see a similar stock 1 situation.
No, it's just Yitzu planting that big sword in the ground, smashing Fox away, and it's going to be the first game. But I feel like Aithkryx kind of, sort of started to get the swing of things against Sephiroth there. But too little too late, and Yitzu will take the first game. But, this is a best of 5. All matches in SNUL are a best of 5, so gonna be interesting. What did someone ask in chat? I'm guessing there's no way to join this competition like other weeks. So yeah, you can join this. The season lasts about 3 to 4 weeks. The 4th week is gonna be the playoffs. And afterwards, we're gonna create a new sign-up form. So if you're in the Dutch Discord, you will definitely see the sign-up form there. We'll post it there for sure. Or on my Twitter, I'll retweet it. In any case, let's get started into game number 2.
Yeah, game number 2 it is. Let's see if Aithkryx has anything to say about this big sword-wielding man who somehow lost his shirt somewhere along the way. Just got burnt into the victory screen of the previous game. But yeah, great start from Aithkryx. Gets the dash, gets the up tilt, but then it's Yitzu with that big hits.
Oh, he's gonna not make it back.
Too big of a hit.
Yeah, which is unfortunate, because if he had kept his jump, he could have just jumped out of that at any point. But yeah, a little bit of a flub there. I'm gonna give Aithkryx the early lead, and he's gonna try to extend that to the best of his abilities. Oh,
right.
Jab grab. I like the mix-up. Unfortunately, the grab didn't hit, but that was cool.
That was a real diamond tier mix-up.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's the kind of stuff I like. I want to learn.
Yeah, that was sick. Gonna make it back. Yitzu kind of getting oppressed during this game, and it shows. Oh my lord, Aithkryx on a rampage at the moment.
Yeah, let's just say it like this. Aithkryx was playing game 1 like he was a little bit distracted, but game 2 Aithkryx, that's where the stuff is happening. He's doing great.
Yeah, for sure. And chat's being having a keen eye, seeing that we're playing on PS1 instead of 2. You know, both players chose this, so I feel like they're just gonna have to accept the outcome. And I notified them in the stream chat, but both of them could have known this was happening. So
I mean, I'm happy we're not playing on the Mario Brothers stage, or the Great Cave Offensive or something like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, this is definitely still a legal stage. Oof.
It's a good stage.
Yeah, for sure. I actually prefer it to Stadium 2. In any case. Yitzu finding the grabs, finding a little bit more momentum here in this game, but yeah, good shield.
So patient, so patient.
Yeah, very good.
Well played.
Very good by Aithkryx. Having some of that necessary adaptation on point. Very nice. So, yeah. And this is actually something that I can kind of, you know, reflect upon. Because, as I said, I played friendlies with Aithkryx. And, you know, I talked with him a little bit in the chat. And from what I noticed, what he was saying, you know, he was very aware of things that were going wrong, things that were going right. You know, he's a smart player. He's just not very experienced yet for the most part. And him being smart, it shows in that second game. Because he just knew, you know, which things to switch up in order to get the W. So, very nice.
Okay, so that's very important if you want to improve. It's important to practice in a smart way. You can practice all you want. You can play a dozen quick play matches every day. But I prefer the guy who plays one best of 3 every day, but does it smartly, tries to improve very specific things. And like I'm hearing from you right now, this guy is a guy who likes to approach his practice in a smart manner, tries to approach certain things. So let's see if he figured out this set, or if Yitzu has something to say about it, because Yitzu in game 1, he was on something else, man.
Oh yeah, Yitzu in game 1 was kind of going ham. That was partly also because of Aithkryx not really feeling the matchup a whole lot, I think. But at the same time, you know, he did have some very good reads during that game. So let's see if he can make a repeat happen here, or if Aithkryx is just gonna carry on with this momentum. Surprised he didn't just go for the true combo there, actually. Because back throw back air is true at that percentage, I think.
It might very well be. Yitzu might have had other plans, tried to go for something big. So one thing I noticed in game number 2 is that Yitzu tried to use the counter a little bit more, but Aithkryx seemed to be aware of when he had to stop or when he had to shield. And this is well, an up smash. That's an up smash.
Yeah, and something that's actually interesting to note is that during game 1 we saw Aithkryx use side B a little bit more. During game 2, we saw more down B, and now we're seeing the side B again, and you know,
it might be a stage thing.
Maybe, actually. I'm not sure, but it's working out pretty well so far. Oh, so much shield pressure. Gonna make it back. That could have been a free down air. Still gets a down air somehow, but yeah, interesting.
Oh, beautiful coverage right there. Aithkryx is struggling to get back to the stage. There's that neutral B once again. But he finds his way back to the middle of the stage, using the platforms, and gets the up smash. Aithkryx definitely not out of this yet.
Oh, definitely not. This is, you know, there's a deficit here, but it's definitely surmountable. How did that up tilt scoop there? You know, it hit a shield.
I have no clue what happened right there, but hey, we're gonna give it to him. And Aithkryx is having a great second stop.
He just, yeah, he punished every single little thing during that stock and got it all. Dear Lord.
Yeah, but now it's Yitzu's time to shine. Tries to get this back. Tries to throw out 2 side Bs. Doesn't quite get it. Can punish that jab, but not with the forward smash.
Yeah, just a little bit too slow there, and F-Tilt probably would have done it still.
I think it would have.
That was
some Dragon Ball Z type stuff, man. He teleported behind him.
Yeah,
How does that happen?
it really was so anime stuff. You're right. That was weird. Oh, that's gonna do it. So, I'm gonna say something which I think I also mentioned last week, and that you know, a big difference between some of the players in the lower divisions as opposed to the higher ranked divisions is that once the opponent is at kill percentage, they will go for the safer kill moves, and most of the time some of the lower ranked players tend to go for the moves they know will kill anyway, which means moves that are less safe, which we saw there with Yitzu going for the F smash instead of just opting for an F tilt, which would have done it. So yeah, that's definitely, I see something happen regularly with some of the players in the lower divisions.
I love that you note that, because earlier this evening we saw Ziltoid play, and he was doing the opposite of that. He was just throwing out the moves that are good all the time. Eventually they will find the KO.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it doesn't really help to force KOs most of the time.
No.
But Aithkryx he's just running through it, man. His pressure has been really good. He even went for Tomahawk grab there. Didn't get it, but gets the roll reads in. Got another read there, actually, but just didn't have the frame data for it. But
I like this guy. I'm actually gonna look up his stats, because this guy is playing really well, this Aithkryx.
Yeah, Aithkryx is pretty solid. He's like, he's a pretty smart player, as I said.
Yeah.
Oh, there's gonna be the fully charged rolls. Very nice. He knew what to do. Yitzu barely surviving here. Both of them kind of scrapping. This should be a down air. No, nothing. Both of them whiffing the smashes. That's unfortunate.
That up smash, I was pretty sure it was going to scoop, and once again he dodges out of that big sword. Aithkryx has no fear, and Yitzu is right ready to challenge him on that fear level. You know, it's kind of like that episode of Fear Factor where Yitzu is saying, "Well, here's my up smash," and Aithkryx is saying, "Well, come at me with all you like."
You just know your age because you mentioned Fear Factor.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, I know it as well, so and that says a lot about me too. But
I'm sorry, man.
In any case, Aithkryx doing very well here. Now, once again gets hit by the side B, and
that's a KO.
Yeah, he just gets blown up. Kevin thinking Fear Factor is an anime. And and that shows his age.
Oh no. No, okay. So let's get back to the match.
Yeah.
Right? Because Yitzu has been making some headway, but Aithkryx once again is in the lead. Gets hit by the side B, but the wing is out, and Sephiroth with the wing is quite scary. I'm loving this shielding by Aithkryx. He has been shielding those down Bs all the time. That's kind of what you need to do against Sephiroth. Play patiently, wait until he makes some mistakes. His moves are all very laggy, and is this ever going to end?
Yeah, it kind of felt like there was no end to that, huh? Whiffs the grab because of the pushback of the up smash. That's a bit strange. And there we see it again. Yitzu expecting Aithkryx to be overzealous with his approaches, and Aithkryx instead just chilling. Yeah, sayonara. That's a big explosion in your face, and that's Aithkryx taking it 3-1. Very nice.
The shine coming in at exactly the right time, and it was the complete opposite of game one, where he had the wrong spacing, where he got hit by the blast. This time he's in exactly the right place at the right time. He gets it, a nice reversal from that game one, which honestly, I thought from game one onward, Yitzu might be able to take it, but Aithkryx very dominant the rest of the set.
He played it so well. I gotta hand it to him. Like, that first game was a little bit of data collecting, and once that was done, it was just all the time just Aithkryx being in Yitzu's face, just pressuring him, taking early stocks with the right up smashes. He just played that very well, which is... Sorry?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just wanted to add, which is tough with Fox Online. Like, Fox
I agree.
Online is not easy.
I was about to say that because before the match we talked about the ranges and stuff like that, and I really like the way that Aithkryx managed to get in the face of Yitzu, and Yitzu seemed kind of flustered at times, not really sure what to throw out. And like you said, Sephiroth has some tough times out of shield, so as soon as you're stuck in that shield, you're kind of a sitting duck, right? And Fox just rolls his face all over your shield, and you're just sitting there like, yeah, I have a big sword.
Yeah, and I'm gonna give a big shout out, Pixels Realm. Thank you for. What? Why are they playing again? Huh? Why? It's 3-1. Why are they playing? Okay, you know, I'm just gonna put it on stream and they can play. But I'm just gonna thank Pixels Realm or Elvin real quick for the 11 months of resub and the gift sub. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Shuc, I've just been informed that Yitzu has put in his emergency best of 7 card. And,
I sure hope not.
I mean, even these new players know about it.
I kind of didn't want them to do this because the next players are already gonna try to, you know, enter the arena, which they can't right now. So, but I don't think I can stop this match. So.
Oh yeah, you can't.
Oh well.
So the
We're
next
stuck
players
here.
so the next players that are up are Zogedan and wait, let me check the schedule.
I can.
Zogedan and Marakachi, right?